So there's this trending issue going on in Nigeria now about the trucks that are actually killing people, making people to become disabled, and a whole lot of damages that they are doing to ordinary citizens in Nigeria. And that's why I tell people that one of the things you can actually benefit from if you come to Canada is that the system works. And I'm going to talk about it and explain why I said that to you here. The system works here. Now, there are so many people now calling out some of the owners of the trucks online and everywhere. If you go online, you see a lot of people calling out the owners of the company that has the truck, and they are saying a lot of things. Come and do this, come and do that. Your drivers eat this person. The person is in the hospital. They have abandoned them there. Nothing is happening to them. They have spent all the money that they have on themselves. And even some of them went on to say, some of the officials of the company came to visit one of them, and afterwards they abandoned the person there. If you are in Canada, it can never happen like that. It's not possible. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is I heard some of those drivers don't even have driver's license. Some of them look so young, they may not even know how to drive. In fact, if you go and find out, many of them might not have gone to driving school. So if you are in Canada, for example, you can't drive that kind of truck without going to a driving school. I use myself as an example. When I came to Canada, the first time I did my driving test, just to drive a car, not a truck, I had to first read for an exam. After reading for that exam, I passed the exam. After passing the theoretical exam, I now went for practical exam. They gave me a car. Before I came to Canada, I'd been driving for more than 20 years. But my first driving test, I failed. I failed the test. I had to go back again, learn one or two things, from an instructor. Then I went back for the test and I passed it. In Nigeria, anybody can just drive a truck. Anybody can drive anything you like. For example, I'm not eligible. I don't have a license to drive a truck in Canada. I don't have it. But if I get to Nigeria and I have a truck, I can drive it. That shouldn't be. People should have driver's license that makes them eligible to drive different categories of truck. And before they give them license, there's a process that they must follow. There has to be training. They have to go to driving school. They have to be assessed. But corruption and a lot of issues that we have in Nigeria is a major problem. I remember a friend of mine who he was just about to go to start driving school. He got a license in Nigeria. He got a driver's license. He doesn't have a car. He has never driven any car before. He got a license at the time. In fact, someone very close to me, this one is someone very close to me. I referred the person to an FRSC official in Nigeria to go and get a license. The person was doing driving school and all that, and when he got to the FRSC officer, the person said they have changed the rules, that now he needs to do an exam. They had decided doing that in Nigeria too. He said he needs to do an exam. And the FRSC officer was telling the person that don't worry, if you want somebody to help you do the exam, if you are scared of doing the exam and you want somebody to help you do the exam, we can help you organize it. Imagine. So why are we encouraging people to do the wrong thing, and when issues like this happen, we start making a lot of noise? That's the problem. So if someone that should do a test is supposed to read, you told him he doesn't need to read, don't bother, he should just come. Someone will do the test for him and he will pass the test, and it will be taken like he has passed the test and he will give him a license. This is someone that is very close to me that happened to, and the person told me. I referred the person to the person actually. That's it. So but here that will not happen. You have to read for an exam. You have to first pass the theoretical exam. After passing the theoretical exam, you have to go for a driving test. And when you are doing the driving test, there are different categories, there are different classes. The license for truck is different from license for car, and different other types. If you don't pass it, you will not be given a license and you cannot drive. I remembered when I came to Canada, I had issues with my glasses. The glasses I was given in Nigeria was not seen very well. They told me that they would not give me a driver's license without me going to change my glasses. Because when they told me to read some things from their screen, I couldn't read it well. And they were like, well, I cannot drive without my glasses. I spoke to them, I said, okay, I can try. They said, they won't give it to me. If you don't bring your glasses here, you will not get a driver's license. But in Nigeria, once you settle people, most times everything is waived and you get your way. So another thing I want to talk about is the healthcare system. So when the trucks hit the victims and they were rushed to the hospital, the difference between here and what you get in Nigeria is that you will get access to free healthcare. You'll be taken care of. It's not like you have to spend so much money yourself. One, the fact is the insurance of the company, the truck will have insurance. So obviously, apart from the fact that you get free healthcare and all that, there are other things that comes with it. If you become disabled as a result of a truck hitting you, I want to tell you that for life, your family will get some benefit, and you also will get some benefit for life. You can't be abandoned. No, it's not possible, because the company will be, if the driver that even did that will be taken to court. They will not just be walking freely. If you kill someone with a truck, no matter who you are, no matter your status, they'll take you to court, and the court will determine if you are liable. Was it that you are negligent, or was it really a fault of yours, or it was just an error that caused it? They will determine it, and if you are found guilty, you will serve the punishment. That would actually prevent others from doing such. That will prevent other people. It will make other people to be careful when they are driving trucks on the road, and that's why abroad, like now in Canada, you see people cross the road anyhow. You that you are driving, you are the one that will be careful that come on, I don't want to hit this person now because I don't want to start paying someone's salary for life. You'll be careful. But in Nigeria, it doesn't work like that. When trucks are driving, even within your streets, when they should reduce the speed, they can be driving at very high speed and nobody will hold them ransom. When those that should hold them, those that should caution them, if they come and they see them, once you settle them, that's the end. So that's the difference between Canada and Nigeria when it comes to this kind of incidents. So here, the system is organized, very organized, so that one, the likelihood of you having a truck hitting you is quite low. For example, when you go to school zones or where people pass a lot, the speed limit is 30, and you must obey it. You must. If you don't obey it and you are caught, you pay a big fine. And after a while, if you keep doing that all the time, they can withdraw your license. And if you try it and you drive and they catch you, you will be in trouble. You can go to jail. But is that what happens in Nigeria? No, not yet. Let's believe that things will change, but not yet. So that's one of the advantage of having a second passport that allows you to live in the two countries. You can if you have a second passport, you live in Canada, you live in Nigeria, you decide where you want to stay, wherever you like, whichever one you prefer, you can stay there longer, because here the system works. So, and that's why many people want to come here. That's why many people want to get a second passport, because they know that, at least here, if this kind of thing happens here, the likelihood that it will happen is quite very low. And even if it happens, you don't have to be begging a company to come and take care of you. No, the system will take care of you. And you are made for life. Yeah, even though you are disabled. The truck had one of the victim I had, her leg was cut, one of her leg had been amputated and all that. That kind of situation, you are made, because one, the insurance company will pay. You'll be paid. the person will have to pay, the company will have to pay you compensation for life. Yeah, they have to pay you. They won't just abandon you on your sick bed, and your family members are the ones coming to take care of you. Your family members are the ones coming to cry, make noise that, oh, this truck has hit my sister. This truck has done this and done that, and nobody's saying it. No, the system will work. One, the person who hits you is liable, most likely liable. The company will take responsibility. Government here too will take care of you. And everything that has to take care that has to do with your health care to ensure that you get well will be sorted out, and you won't have to spend any of your own money to do all that. So that's what happens in a sane society like that you have here, as compared to some other countries like Nigeria, where things just don't work. And when these kind of things happen, the victims end up being, they are not just, they are the victims, but at the end of the day, the people that caused the issue they have end up going scot-free, and nothing will happen to them, because all they need to do is settle some things, maybe settle police, settle FRIC, or settle one or two people, and the case is gone. If not because some people are coming out now to help them, we might not, all these things would have been swept under the table. You won't hear about it. And they will go in there, they will just be doing their normal thing and continue to kill people all around, and nothing will happen. You can't be driving a truck when you're not okay, or you're not normal, or you're drinking, you're smoking, whatever. No. There are rules that guide all those things. So not until Nigeria gets to that level, I think this will always continue. Where we have systems that makes it a bit difficult for that to happen. So if Nigeria can get to that level where they to have system, we'll be happy about it. And many of us will appreciate that, oh, this is what's happening now in Nigeria. Nigeria is getting better and all that. So not until we get to that level where the system can take care of everybody, well, we're praying and hoping that things will change. But I just had to come in to tell you my own perspective about it, and compare what happens in Canada with what happens in Nigeria when you have a situation like this. I wish all those that the trucks had made them become disabled good health. I wish them speedy recovery, and hope that now that there's this awareness about what the trucks are doing to them, I hope government will be able to come up with something that would help prevent this in the future, or reduce the occurrence of this issue. Because if nothing is done after this one, there'll still be many more, and nothing will still happen. But if something is put in place, if systems are put in place like we have in Canada, it will reduce the incidence of this kind of thing, and citizens will be happy. We won't be scared to be going on the road and all that. So, my name is Toyos Labioda. I'm an admission consultant in Canada. If you need help with coming to Canada, you want to migrate to Canada either as a permanent resident, or you want to come on a temporary visa, you can reach out to me. My WhatsApp number is +1 587 568 6124. See ya.